trust.
One of the longest serving employees of Unicoi County is reflecting on his career as retirement approaches. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sarah Diamond.
And I'm Casey Marler. While he may be leaving public office, Sheriff Mike Hensley is already contemplating what's in store for the county after his departure. Hensley has held the title of sheriff since 2012. His role entails several responsibilities, including overseeing criminal investigations, school resource officers, and jail operations.
News Channel 11's Karen Jenkins caught up with Hensley to reflect on his career and the future of law enforcement in Unicoi County.
When he retires, Sheriff Hensley will not only have been the longest serving sheriff in Unicoi County, he'll be one of the longest serving employees. He started here back in 1978. When he started at the Unicoi County Sheriff's Department right out of high school, Mike Hensley probably never dreamed he'd have a lifetime career in law enforcement. Since this photo was taken nearly half-century ago, Hensley has served as dispatcher, jailer, deputy, investigator, and finally sheriff for the department.
And I'm a believer in God 100%, and he's the one that put me in this position. I believe this is where I was supposed to be. But it's time for me to leave.
Hensley was appointed sheriff in 2012 and was elected for 3 more terms. He'll admit illegal vices have always been a problem in the county, but it's way more dangerous now than the marijuana and bad batch of moonshine he used to investigate.
They was people who got what they call the Jake leg. They was crippled by it. But it's unreal now compared to what it was when I first started. We didn't have the methamphetamine, we didn't have the fentanyl.
But with all he's seen, there's something he recalls as being the scariest time in law enforcement.
There was one thing that happened that I wasn't trained for, and I don't think anybody else was either, was the pandemic.
Hensley made it through COVID and changing times and says he looks forward to enjoying his grandchildren and his bluegrass band. And he leaves office feeling confident he did the job well.
The people, they know me. They know that it's been run honest.
When his term ends at midnight on September 1st, 2026, the next day, the former sheriff will not only celebrate his retirement, but his 67th birthday. Reporting in Unicoi, I'm Karen Jenkins, News Channel 11.
Thank you, Karen. Hensley is already endorsing the candidate he'd like to see be the next sheriff, and that's his current chief deputy, Frank Rogers. Rogers has announced he will run for the nomination in the sheriff's primary as a Republican. He also started his law enforcement career at Unicoi County.
I feel like it's my responsibility to run. I've worked in law enforcement here in Unicoi County for nearly 20 years. I was hired in 2005. And I've been here for 20 years. This Unicoi County has trained me my whole life to be sheriff.
Rogers says he's honored to have the support of Sheriff Hensley, who he says is the best sheriff Unicoi County has ever had.
The Virginia Lottery